As always, I look forward to giving you introductions to good companies that also have the potential of being good stocks. Today, I get to introduce and discuss some of the rewards and the risks of investing in Innovative Food Holdings. For the investor out there who's a bit of a foodie or who just likes a good steak, trading under the ticker IVFH. So Innovative Food Holdings capabilities allows distributors to extend their range with no inventory risk, with step change speed and freshness. So what IVFH does is they collect the best global specialty food products, wild foraged mushrooms, organic black barley, day boat fresh seafood, vanilla bean paste, 600 plus cheeses, custom cut fresh Wagyu beef. These are products that are typically coming from small to medium-sized businesses, mom and pop operations. These are very specialty niche type foods. They can load these foods into the IVFH platform where they have warehouses and storage and distribution for these types of custom food products. And then they're able to sell into places like Amazon, direct to chef, airline caterers, and other broadline distributors. So I really like that this is a company that is essentially supporting and creating another stream of revenue for these small and medium-sized businesses. Some of these, family farms, Ham Sweet Farms, Bella Gourmet Foods, custom seafood with this guy holding this monster here in the boat from Alaska. And it's really a win-win when you can get a good company doing good things that you can support. That's also making money for shareholders, up 130% year to date. So if that doesn't have your interest yet, a good company with a good share price going up, I don't know what will. Before I look at the numbers, Innovative Food Holdings has this disclaimer they want you to read. And my disclaimer is always, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm definitely not your financial advisor. As I just said, my videos are just an introduction to a stock that I think is interesting to me, and I think you should go spend some time researching it. To understand Innovative Food Holdings, I think you'll have to understand the story a little bit. During COVID, companies grew just recklessly, spending money, spending shares. All they were worried about is top line growth. Who cares about the bottom line profits? Companies were just living on the wild side. But since that time in 2021, when the stock market started coming down for microcap stocks, when we had a terribly bad 2022, interest rates going up, small companies not able to get capital to grow anymore, all of a sudden the switch for these companies went from just growth at all costs to all of a sudden profitable growth.
As I've mentioned several times before, we are working through our three-phase plan to first stabilize the company, then lay the foundation for growth, then build and scale for the future.
Where are you?
With this quarter's report, I think we can confidently declare that we've exited our stabilization phase. Let me recap a bit for the last 18 months.
A little bit of growth.
We've finished divesting our unprofitable, declining, or off-strategy businesses. Revenues have now bottomed and are back to growth in our remaining core food service business. We have a large new business we're ramping up with a national retailer that will be worth tens of millions in revenue for us.
Music to my ears.
Gross margins are up several hundred basis points since we started this journey. Our SG&A is down several hundred basis points as a rate of sales since I joined. We're consistently profitable on an adjusted EBITDA basis. We've announced our first acquisition, which will contribute to earnings on day one. We've implemented a new company culture focused on serving businesses and professional chefs.
Good work.
And we've dramatically ramped up our transparency and communication with our investor base.
Love that. And this is what we saw with lots of companies during COVID. Tons of top line growth, absolutely fantastic. You look at the revenue growth and you think that this company was doing extremely well, growing from $51 million to $80 million in just 2 years. Absolutely fantastic. They weren't profitable at this time though, still not making money with all this revenue, which is a problem because their gross margins were decreasing. They were making less profit with every dollar of this significant revenue growth, and they were accumulating more debt than ever to do it. Some of the better companies, realizing that they can't keep operating like that with reckless growth, bring in new management teams. This is another one in Innovative Food Holdings. I've heard this word a lot so far in 2024, and I've covered many of these stocks that are trying to complete a turnaround that have been very successful at it. This was so important to the company that they actually put on their investor deck for people trying to research this stock and learn about them when they announced the management change. And you could see that that happened at the start of 2023 when this stock was only at 25 cents. And look at the massive share price growth since that time, where management has been impressing investors. Is that turnaround story successful yet? Not quite, but it's showing signs of improvement. This is their Q3 2024. Their revenue last year was 52 million. This year it's 49 million. So revenue has dropped a little bit, but over this quarter, it's finally starting to show signs of life with a little bit of at least growth, small growth, but some growth. Mostly what I'm looking at is operating income or loss. Last year, they lost $1.9 million in 9 months. This year, they made $639,000 of operating income. They have $8.4 million of debt, at least in notes payable and a few other things on top of that. But they also have some assets held for sale. So a balance sheet that's a little bit better than you would expect at first glance. $4.8 million of cash with accounts receivable and everything else. Total current assets of $19.3 million and only total current liabilities of $6.4 million. And in addition to that, great news and strong wording from the CEO. As of November 21st, they're starting to acquire companies again. So if you're looking for more growth in the future, like the CEO is promising, acquisitions help. So is the turnaround story complete yet? No, but valuation is trending up. Share price is going up. There are more investors out there who are more confident in innovative food holdings every day and are willing to pay more for share price than they did in the past. That is because revenue trending up, not yet, but it has stopped going down. And with the recent acquisition, and now that they've stabilized the company, they say they can focus on growth, and an early acquisition is a great way to do that. Are their earnings trending up? Yes, they are. Even though revenue has not been going up, they have been improving their margins and squeezing more lemon juice out of every lemon. Cash trending up? Not yet. Hopefully they get there. ROIC trending up? Not yet. So is this company perfect yet? Absolutely not. But is it worth putting on my watch list? Yes, I like innovative food holdings. And another thing I like is that Christmas is quickly approaching. It is the season of giving, including to great little charities like West Coast Kids Cancer Foundation. This is a small grassroots Canadian charity feeding families when they need it the most. They're looking for $125,000 of donations in the month of December. Why is December important? Because basically this money can keep them going for most of the year. But also, if you donate now, your gift will be matched by a generous anonymous donor and you will make double the impact. So donate now to West Coast Kids Cancer Foundation. Your donation gets doubled in the month of December. In the pinned comment down below, I will link to the West Coast Kids Cancer Foundation so you could go check it out for yourself. You've been watching Common Sense Investing. My name is Cameron. As always, thank you for your time and good luck investing.